We're now moving on to the Q&A segment. That's what we're moving on to, the Q&A segment. Okay, so I have a few questions that I need to answer. So let's go and answer those questions, okay? So the first question I've got is, have you delivered internationally before, right? So obviously delivering a UK or your local is easy because you know how to do that. Delivering internationally is different. And the answer to that question is yes, I have delivered internationally, which means I have got experience doing that. So what do I mean by this? Let me show you this again. So I am going to go and I know I'm sharing my screen a lot here. There's got to be a better way to do this, surely. There's got to be a better way to do this. I guess this is why these professional live streamers have somebody else doing the screen sharing for us, so you to just able to do it. There we go. So where are we? The reader reviews. Okay. So the reader reviews here. So these 4 reader reviews, I got them. These 4 reader reviews rather are from my email list. Okay. So what I did on my email list, I said to them like, hey, I want you to be a part of this campaign. So I want you to, I've got some, these front pages for the variant covers. Which ones do you like? Okay. So we had 2 different votings. Okay. So the first voting was for variant cover A, and then I picked 2 winners from there. Okay. And then variant cover B, we had another vote for that, and we had 2 different winners for that one as well. So what I did was I said to them, like, if you vote, and I'll put you through into a basically, if you vote, you will get put into, you will get picked, right? We'll do like a random pick. Whoever the first 2 winners, the first 2 names that are called out, you will get a copy of that variant cover delivered to you. Okay. And so that was all on me. That was my responsibility to do that. And I wanted to do that. Why? Because I wanted to know how to learn how to do international shipping. Never done it before, especially sending a book like this, sending the packaging and everything, understanding that. Very, very important. So once we got the winners, I sent them off, right? So I packaged it all up and I sent them off. I learned how to do the custom forms, which was really annoying. Filling in the custom forms manually, really annoying. But by doing that process of doing that, now I know what it takes to deliver something internationally, and the system I need to put into place to make that a bit more streamlined, right? A bit more easier for me to do it. So basically we had 4, right? So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of those 4 were shipped to America, and then 1 was shipped to Australia. So you can imagine the logistics there in terms of shipping those books 3 to America, 1 to Australia. Now, the books were shipped using the same shipping that we're using in this campaign, which is Royal Mail International Tracked, which means you get a tracking number. So everything that gets sent from here, physical reward, will be tracked, right? You can track it. There'll be a tracking number, and it will be delivered within 7 working days, right? I'm not waiting around 21 days, 30 days for you to get your reward. As soon as this campaign is over and we get the printing done from our printers, I want you to get your rewards as quick as possible, right? I don't want to be waiting around. I don't want you to be waiting around forever for your rewards. That's not very good customer service. It's not very good in terms of professionalism. You gotta get the rewards at the get the rewards to your customers at the right, within a reasonable time. Okay, so that's what I did. So I did the same shipping we're using is the same shipping we're using in the same shipping I used to send these 4 books off to my readers. Is the same shipping I'm using in this campaign, right? Because it worked and I'm happy with it, and they got it within 7 working days. So I'm happy with that. So speaking of shipping, actually, let me show you how we actually do ship it. So again, I'm going to stop sharing this. I'm going to show you a short video on how we do the shipping. So again, another video. So one thing before I play this video here is I do say the word packaging a lot. I do say the word, I don't know why I say the word packaging a lot in this video, but I do. So I tell you what, if you know how many times I say the word packaging, put it in the comments, right? Because even I don't know. Let me play that video right now. How we pack your books, so they come in mint condition to you. So this is how we pack your books. This is the packaging we use. So this is very thick packaging here. This packaging can fit all 3 books. So if you go for the get them all reward package, everything will fit into this one package here. Very thick, very sturdy packaging, and I'm really happy to use this packaging because it keeps our books in mint condition. Now for your smaller objects such as the cards, the character cards and everything else, they're going to go in this little jiffy bag here, which is going to be there. I was putting it in right now, so they're going to jiffy bag there, and then you have the bookmark will go in there as well. So all those lovely little items are kept in nice packaging there for that as well. And then for the book, we have an example here of one of the variant covers, variant cover A. It goes with this lovely sleeve packaging here. So that's what happens with that there. That's how we package books. And then this, the packaging we did earlier, that also goes inside that packaging as well. And then we put that seal across there. Finally, we put everything together. So I put some extra tape in to make sure everything's nice and sealed in there, nice and snug. So it's not going anywhere. It doesn't matter how much it gets thrown around by any postal service. And then we just put everything together like that. And that is how you're going to get your book. So your book is going to come in that packaging there, all nice and neat in mint condition. So yes, how many times I say the word packaging? Put that in the comments below. But that's what I learned, right? So because I backed Kickstarter campaigns before I did my research, right? So I was like, I'm gonna back these Kickstarter campaigns. I want to learn how they send their books, right? How do they send their books? What packaging do they use? Again, I use that word. But what delivery do they use? How do they send it, right? So I can send my books in the similar type of packaging, right? So but that's what I did, right? So I did the research before I did that in terms of that. That's how I learned how to do it. I was like, let me invest in someone else's like book. Let me help them out, right? As a creator, hey, I like your story, but I also want to learn how you package your delivered your items, so I can learn from that and I can use that to send off my books in mint condition. So that was another thing. My thinking was like Amazon, right? I order a lot of books from Amazon. They don't send the books like I send them, right? So basically there's no sleeve in there or anything. They're just usually like the book as it is shoved in a box and you get that box, right? It's not even like in some sort of cellophane or anything. It's just the book is shoved in a box. You can relate to this. How many times have you had Amazon packages from books and they're just like they're just shoved in the box and they're not even in any cellophane or anything like that, not sealed or anything like that, right? That's me thinking like, okay, I can do better than Amazon, right? And that's what I'm going to do, right? I'm gonna try and be better, right? I'm gonna look at what other people are doing and see where I can make that improvement to my customers, right? And do that little bit extra, which is going to make a big difference. That little bit extra is going to make a big difference. So yes, I have delivered internationally. There's your proof there. So happy to deliver internationally. So any of you international backers, you got nothing to worry about. I've got your back, right? I've done the research. I've done my due diligence. So that's all cool. So, okay, question number 2. Let's move on to that. We spent a lot of time on question 1. What is the waiting time until I receive my rewards? Okay, so the waiting time until you receive your awards is basically, this is the timeline, right? So once the campaign gets funded, I go and send off the printing to my printers, right? Because all the work, all the story, everything is done. The book is done, right? This is the book. The book is done. I don't need to finish the story. The story is finished. All I need to do is go to my printers and say, hey, printer, I need 100 books of variant cover B, and I need 150 books of the manga variant, and I need like 50 copies of this, right? Whatever. And they're going to go and do that. That's it. That's all they need to do. And I need to wait maybe a week or 2, maybe 2 weeks for them to deliver it, because they're a UK printer company, so I'm going to get it quicker. And same with the other rewards. They're all UK based, right? So I'm going to get those prints quicker. And then as soon as they come through, you get them delivered to you, right? So my kind of thinking on that is to deliver it as soon as possible, right? I don't want you waiting around, like I said earlier. I don't want you, because I've backed Kickstarter campaigns and I've waited a very long time for Kickstarter campaigns, maybe months, and I'm like, and sometimes it's been delivered and I'm like, where did these books come from? I don't remember ordering this book. And it's been months, right, since I ordered this book. There's some campaigns that I've like backed and I still haven't received the books yet. So I don't want to be like them, right? I want to run my campaigns differently. I want to run them efficiently. I want to run them as best as I can. And I want my customers to get their rewards as soon as possible. Do my best to get them as soon as possible. So like I said, the shipping, once once your item is shipped, you'll get a tracking number, and then you're looking within 7 working days for international to get it delivered. In the UK, you're probably going to get it within 48 hours. 48 hours, you'll get your physical copy shipped to you. So again, with a tracking number as well. So that's question 2 there. Question 3 here. When I pledge, do I get charged immediately? No. So the way it works with Kickstarter, if you're brand new to Kickstarter, you create an account, you choose the pledge you want. Once you choose that pledge, it will go and ask what card you want to use. So you choose your card. It doesn't take out money straight away, right? What it does, it's saying, okay, we're holding this charge. We're holding this your pledge until the campaign is funded, right? So if the campaign is not funded, you don't get charged. You don't get charged. Nothing happens. There's no responsibility on you. The responsibility is on me as the campaign creator to go and get this campaign funded. So the responsibility is on me. The onus is on me, right? So even if you did a pledge and like we didn't get funded, hopefully we do get funded. But if you didn't get funded, you get your money back. You don't lose anything. There's literally like no no issues for you, right? The responsibility, like I said, onus is on me for me to get the campaign funded. So you don't get charged, no. So you can choose the pledge you want and off you go. Okay, and the final question, although let's have a look. Is there one question? There is another one here somewhere. Yes, there is. There we go. Question 4. Why did you start with a female character? Okay, so good question. Why did I start with a female character, right? Because most people, like, I want good male characters, right? I want strong male characters that you can look up to, you can aspire to be like. That's fine. So why did I create a female character? Well, 2 reasons why I created a female character. Number 1, like I said before, in my Dash Studio library, I had a lot of female characters because of the portraits. I was creating the female portraits, getting the likes on Instagram, the social media validation, all that stuff that I don't really care about anymore because I know myself better, right? I've been doing the work since 2019. And again, another different YouTube live stream that is for anyway. But yes, that's the reason, because I had too many female characters. I thought, let me just do a female character story. And number 2, as I was creating the story, I was starting to see the female characters that were being created. They were by Marvel and DC, by the current crop of writers that are out there, or any like crop of writers that are out there. They're not doing them any justice, right? They're not doing them. They're using the, they're not creating characters as like heroic characters, right? Even a female character needs to be heroic in some way. They need to do that, right? And I was thinking like, okay, there's a gap here. There is a gap here. If somebody can create a female character that follows the hero's journey, very important. They follow the hero's journey, then you are able to get through that gap and maybe get eyes on you, right? That's very, very important, right? So I'm looking around thinking like, okay, I see what they're doing with female characters. They're not very well represented, shall we say? And I feel I can do better, right? And that's not ego talking. That's like me thinking like, okay, there's a gap here, and I feel like I can do better because I'm going to follow the tried and tested hero's journey. Okay, the hero's journey is applicable to female characters as well as to male characters. Slightly different for the female than it is to the male, and vice versa. But it's still there, right? I don't know any like girl or any female wants to have look up to a female superhero, right? They want to look up to that female superhero and be like, hey, I want to be like this female superhero. I want to adopt the qualities they have, their attributes, because I too, as a human being in this world, I want to go and achieve my goals. And in order for me to do that, I need someone to look up to and be like, okay, this is this character here. I can look up to them, and they're giving me positive information that is going to help me to go and achieve my goals. That's why I created Side with the female character. Now, obviously, as the story progresses, we're going to bring in those male characters. Don't you worry about that. I've got this whole crazy timeline of how we're going to create those characters and how the story is going to be. So this is not just a one-off story as well. This is like a huge, like massive story. We're talking like literally like a manga volume where you've got like probably not as much as One Piece. One Piece is like crazy big, but it's gonna be big, right? It's big story. It's like there's a lot of threads for me to pull in the story and really go with these characters that I'm really excited about as well. So that's why I started with a female character there.